So today I'm back in my favourite location in Swindon. Most of the times I've been here I brought this, the Hardtail, and on a couple of occasions I brought this, the Alpine. You see, the thing is, because I've been here more on this than this, I sometimes have it in my head that the Hardtail is just as quick as the Alpine is. It can't possibly be. Only one way to find out, isn't there? So this is a trail I thought I would test them on head to head. It's not massively steep, it's twisty, rooty, incredibly wet today, loads of fun. I can't think of anything really that technical that will benefit the Alpine over the Hardtail. For a track like this one, let's see how much there is in it. There might not be that much difference. As you can see, it starts off pretty straight and easy, not too technical. A couple of drops, but not ones that would worry a hardtail really. There's some bits that I think would favour the full susser. And where you have the rougher sections, full susser probably going to carry more speed through, which means you go into the next section with more speed, in theory. Little rocky sections, places where there's quite a few roots, stuff like that, full susser's just going to grip better, there's no denying it. The middle section is a bit faster than the top, a bit more hard packed, not as sloppy. Quite a few berms, turns, stuff like that. Still quite loose, still rooty and rocky. Not enough to really throw a hardtail off too much though. We then have a few more drops and turns, none of which should really trouble a hardtail. But they don't. I've ridden it before many a time on it. Little sloppy awkward bit, and the end of the middle is upon you. Brief respite down the fire road and into the bottom section, which is more of the same. Maybe the corners are a bit tighter, it's a bit greasier, a couple of awkward drops, but as I say, this is a trail which I think, if it doesn't suit hardtails, it doesn't show them up. I want to say a bit greasy, a lot greasy today. There's some awkward little jumps and drops in this track as well. Very awkward. They're a bit on the hardtail, but as I say, they're doable. See what I mean about awkward? That's a gap, apparently, from there to there. I've never had enough speed or control to even try to hit it. Never mind, one day maybe. In the year 2029, when everything finally dries out. An important advantage the full susser has as well is line choice. You can go for grotty looking lines and get away with it on a full susser, ones you probably wouldn't even consider on a hardtail, at least not in these conditions. Tight corners though, they may favour the hardtail. It's shorter, steeper head angle, more chuckable. We'll have to see. Getting towards the bottom now, and it speeds up. A couple of line choices which help you carry a bit more speed, a few more corners. It doesn't get any worse though. If ever there was a track to compare the two, then this is it. So that's the track. Plan now is to do timed runs on each bike, time them using this, the GoPro. One problem we have there is I forgot to bring the chest harness, so we'll now cut to a few days later, and the conditions are hopefully better. And for continuity's sake, I washed my kit, same kit apart from socks. The weather's the same, conditions are the same for both bikes though. So obviously, I'm going to put in a practice run on each bike, also just to familiarise myself with the track again. I can tell you it's just as sloppy, if not more, than the other day. Woo. There's a few factors that I think are going to benefit this over this. Rear suspension allows the bike to track the ground better. You're going to get less fatigued. As I mentioned earlier, line choice is something else. But then, for the twisty stuff, it's a smaller bike, steeper head angle. It might have some advantages in some places. Don't think it will, to be honest. As practice runs go, this one's been interesting. Been off a couple of times already. I think grip is going to play more of a factor into this than I thought it would. As far as drops go, this one, just as easy. The previous one, well, it was the slop on the landing. I think more than anything, the problem I'm going to have is actually staying on this because it's so loose and there's just bugger all grip on it. Well, the time has come. First run down, timed, sort of, on the Alpine. Okay, here goes. I don't expect it to be quick by any means. I'm not going to push myself on either bike because, to be honest, I'm not trying to get my fastest time ever down here. I'm just interested in seeing which is quicker. So at the end of this, when I put the time up, at the moment I don't know how quick I'm going or what time it is, you can have a look and say, right, I can see if I can beat that. Please be my guest. Maybe I'll come back another time and see how quick I can do it. But as you can see, I'm not crazy pushing myself. I mean, part of the reason for that is, and bizarrely it comes from when I used to mess about racing. If you push yourself sometimes to go as fast as possible, you make a lot of mistakes. And the times when you're messing around in practice, bizarrely, or not, are actually your quicker runs. Right, I probably shouldn't be talking really either, should I? But, you know. So, yeah, my predictions, I don't know at the moment, but this is going to be quite a lot quicker. I just think there's so many advantages to a full susser for carrying speed, as mentioned, but then, you know, we'll have to see. And it would be lovely to have one of those video moments where there's a big shocking surprise reveal at the end. I don't think there bloody will be. Surprise reveal will be if I manage to stay upright. Good God. And the thing is, the other day when I was up here, obviously a lot of the third person bits from the start were filmed on this track, and what you'll notice is I was probably quicker doing them bits and sessioning it than I will be doing this full run. But you know, that's to be expected really. So there we go, the run of the Alpine. Did it feel quick? No. Conditions and my skills say that it didn't feel quick. Felt okay though as a run. Especially, you know, there's a lot of slop. And here we go on the hardtail now. I don't mind admitting I'm a little bit nervous, not for crashing as such, but I don't want to have to come back up and do the bloody run again because I am knackered. Probably doesn't seem it, but I've been up and down this hill hell of a bloody lot to film all these little bits. Oh God. So yeah, same conditions, probably a little bit windier, but that can't be helped, can it? I can already tell you that it does still feel about the same speed, but I know it isn't. because I am dragging my brakes more on rough bits where there's braking bumps, roots and the like. Well, you shouldn't drag your brakes where there's braking bumps, just makes it bloody worse, doesn't it? But yeah, so you can tell, I like it already. The Alpine's carrying a lot more speed through sections like that, and I'm keeping going. I don't care if that was a bloody crash. Well, a crash, was it? I was bobbled about. It's all part of it, I suppose, isn't it? Because, you know, if this makes you a bit more out of control, then that's got to be factored in. It's quite weird. I honestly thought this track would be a good comparison for the two, because there isn't much of an advantage, but I really think now there is a big advantage for the Alpine. But then that's what I'm saying with a lot of tracks. I guess if you went to a flow trail, then the tyres maybe turned quite dramatically, because when it's smooth, these things really hold the speed. As you can see, yes, there's tiredness, but I'm all over the bloody shop on this. As I say, still feels fast, still feels bloody good fun, but yeah, wow. That was hairy on the hardtail today. End of the day, doesn't matter which one's faster. As I mentioned at the start, it was more through my curiosity, because when I've ridden her on the P7, it feels as fast as the Alpine. You see, there's no doubting a full susser is a damn sight quicker, but it is quicker, more enjoyable. The one main similarity these two bikes have is just the amount of enjoyment you get out of it, because one's faster than the other. It doesn't make it any more enjoyable. Well, having looked at the footage, I'm actually quite surprised that there's only 10 seconds difference in it in a 2.5 minute track, really. Yeah, I was going slow today on both bikes, but to be honest, the Alpine did feel a lot quicker. The hardtail quite obviously felt a lot choppier. So what does this tell us? I'm talking nonsense? No. As I said at the start, it's not that bad a track really for a hardtail. Still, interesting. So, next time, well, I won't be bringing two bikes out again. I've got a lot of washing to do later. Anyway, until next time, bye bye.